Welcome to this explainer. If you're a C-suite leader or IT director, listen up, because today we are diving deep into a critical and honestly often totally overlooked aspect of your infrastructure transformation. We're talking about the people side of moving your operations from VMware Cloud Foundation to a physical bare metal environment. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First, the migration risk. Then, Chapter 2, the foundation. Third, mapping the abstraction gap. Next, categorizing IT role gaps. And finally, the Week 1 action plan. So let me ask you a very direct question right out of the gate. Are you procuring training before you even know your team's baseline? It's a harsh reality, but a lot of executives are out there blindly spending budget without actually assessing their team's blind spots first. And honestly, that is a surefire recipe for a stalled project. Section 1, the migration risk. Look, if your team is jumping straight into purchasing vendor courses without a locked-in strategy and a confirmed infrastructure stack, you are taking on a massive budget risk. Think about it. Whether you're moving to Proxmox VE, Cisco, or Pure Storage, each of those platforms demands completely distinct prerequisite skills. Buying training blindly, it just creates severe financial and operational risks before you've even started the real work. To put it bluntly, the source material hits the nail right on the head here. Misaligned training courses waste budget and create false confidence. I really want you to remember that phrase, false confidence. It is arguably the quickest path to a stalled migration and wasted resources. Because if your engineers think they're ready just because they clicked through some generic video course, but they haven't actually touched the bare metal environment they'll be migrating to, you are going to hit a brick wall on cutover day. Guaranteed. Which brings us to Section 2, Chapter 2, the foundation. So the crucial point is the single mandate from Chapter 2. A structured skills inventory is the foundation of every training decision you will make. This directive is literally the non-negotiable bedrock of your entire transformation. Without it, every single dollar you spend on vendor courses is just a shot in the dark. You simply cannot build a viable training plan on assumptions. Chapter 2 lays out a really tight core methodology built on 3 distinct phases, essentially forming a bottom-up hierarchical foundation. First up, you have to assess the current state. You need to survey your staff on their current VCF proficiency, really understanding their depth in things like vSphere, NSXT, vSAN, and STDC Manager. Second, you map that to the target state so you can pinpoint the gaps in bare metal administration or physical networking. And third, you categorize by role. You just can't lump the whole IT department together. You have to separate out the distinct requirements for your entire staff. Moving on to Section 3, mapping the abstraction gap. We really need to clearly define this abstraction gap. Basically, it's the knowledge void your staff faces when they move away from VCF's heavily abstracted compute layer. Suddenly, your team is forced to relearn BIOS, RAID controllers, and firmware completely from scratch. I mean, welcome back to the hardware layer, right? Things like hardware fault diagnosis and even physical rack and cable management, those become critical day-to-day skills all over again. It is a massive shift in how you operate daily. And this brilliantly illustrates just how staggering that transition is. You're taking your team from comfortable software-defined environments like vSphere and NSXT and dropping them straight into the unforgiving reality of bare metal OS administration and physical networking, like Cisco, Pure Storage, or Proxmox VE. These skill sets, they just do not translate automatically from your current state to your target state. Next up, Section 4, categorizing IT role gaps. Now, what's really interesting about this matrix is how it proves exactly why you need distinct, prioritized paths. Your systems admins, for example, they need to urgently focus on bare metal OS provisioning and firmware management. Meanwhile, your network engineers, they have to master VLAN design and BGP or OSPF routing to effectively replace NSXT. And your storage admins are going to be diving deep into iSCSI, Fibre Channel, or NFS protocols for SAN and NAS administration. It becomes pretty obvious that one generic corporate training course simply won't cover these incredibly diverse needs. But here's the thing. Identifying those skills is only half the battle. You have to establish a formal governance structure, because ambiguity here will absolutely kill your momentum. You need to get a RASI matrix set up immediately. Define exactly who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. You've got to clarify who assigns the training, who actually delivers it, and who tracks completion. Because if a training plan lacks those specific milestones and owners, it's not a strategy, it's just a wish list. Which leads us to Section 5, the Week 1 action plan. The number 1, because everything starts with Week 1. This is the firm anchor of your strategic 30-day action plan that's detailed in Chapter 2.
So, here is your executive directive for week 1. Launch a skills inventory survey across all IT roles immediately. Get a structured format out there to capture their current VCF proficiency. And crucially, you want to capture their self-assessed readiness for those new target domains we just talked about. You absolutely must get these gaps documented before any project kickoff or migration phase officially begins. This highly structured approach comes straight from the research and advisory work over at Virtualization Options LLC, and their warning is crystal clear. Training readiness is migration readiness. Every single week you delay this skills inventory, you are compressing your training runway, and frankly, you're drastically increasing your cutover risk. So I'll leave you with this final critical thought. Are you ready to thoroughly document your team's knowledge gaps before your next migration phase even begins? The success of your entire infrastructure transformation literally depends on it. Take action on Chapter 2 today and build the foundation your team actually needs. Thanks for joining this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.